Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Madam Moderator.
Come back to GA.
Come back to GA.
We got a lot to do.
Mic check.
Mic check.
We welcome you back to GA so that we may continue with the business at hand. Our community, our relationships toward one another, and our involvement in our occupation. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Mr. Mike. Hey, Mr. Mike.
Hey, what's that?
I'm all right.
All right, logistics. Mic check. Logistics.
Logistics.
As you know, Ryan is having
As you know, Ryan is having
a meeting after GA
a meeting after GA
at his apartment
at his apartment
to iron
out
all the things that need to be worked out
all the things that need to be worked out
for organization
for organization
for Wednesday night.
for Wednesday night.
There's a call
There is a call
for cars and trucks
for cars and trucks
to hold our equipment
to hold our equipment
while we're at the documentary
while we're at the documentary
at Gallery 5.
at Gallery 5.
There is a call
There is a call
for lists
for lists
of people that have those trucks.
of people that have those trucks.
Get on a list.
Get on the list.
And we also need
And we also need
teams
teams
assigned
assigned
to take down tents
to take down tents
quickly
quickly.
and the major tents,
The
as
major
in
tents.
the media,
The
the
media,
kitchen,
kitchen,
medical,
medical,
etc.
etc.
Okay, where's Josh?
Josh! What's up?
You want to do?
Mic check.
Mic check.
The logistics group
The logistics group
has asked me
has asked me
to come forward with a proposal,
to come forward with a proposal,
a joint proposal
a joint proposal
between Bug Out and Logistics.
between Bug Out and Logistics.
It goes a little something like this.
It goes a little something like this.
We propose
We propose
that the GA
that the GA
grant autonomous permission
grant autonomous permission
to the Bug Out and Logistic work groups
to the Bug Out and Logistic work groups
to make tactical decisions
to make tactical decisions
based on the time of potential raids
based on the time of potential raids
as to a secondary location.
as to a secondary location.
So what that means
So what that means
is that the GA
is that the GA
would offer maybe 3 locations
would offer maybe 3 locations
that it decides are good
that it decides are good
to these work groups.
to these work groups.
And then should we get raided,
And should we get raided,
the work groups
the work groups
would have scouts at those locations
would have scouts at those locations,
keeping an eye out for police activity.
keeping an eye out for police activity.
They would determine,
Based
on the time and circumstances,
on the time and circumstances
information at hand,
and the information at hand,
which location is strategically sound
which location is strategically sound
so that we don't get totally busted up.
so that we don't get totally busted up.
Our go-to location
Our go-to location
would be disseminated in the group
will be disseminated in the group
as quickly and efficiently as possible
as quickly and as efficiently as possible
at the last minute.
at the last minute.
So that should, on Wednesday, the documentary, someone see 20 cop cars around Monroe Park,
Some see 20 cars around Monroe Park.
we have something to do.
We have something to do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Josh.
So, with that proposal, can we vote to trust the logistics team to make those decisions for us? Agree? Show me if you disagree.
Show me if you disagree.
All right, great.
Thank you, Josh.
With the smaller group that was here,
With the smaller group that was here,
if you feel like we're missing anything on logistics,
if you feel like we're missing anything on
come
logistics,
get in stack,
come get in stack,
and then we'll move forward.
and then we'll move forward.
I'm here.
Rip.
Go for it.
Okay, our group decided to talk about prioritizing secondary locations. Can everybody hear me? In the back? Good. Okay. There's major concerns with everyone here, and I feel like we need to do a temp check of the entire group because there are 2 locations. One, Oregon Hill Overlook is safe, for the most part. So do we want to make a safe move, or do we want to make a loud move to something like the Capitol grounds or City Hall itself? So I want to do a temp check right now. If you want to do Oregon Hill Lookout, which is safe, and will give us the night to prioritize and regroup. Let me get it.
Clarification.
Only vote if you're.
Clarification.
Yeah. Yes.
What are we voting on? A night, like a location for when we get
For secondary sources, would you rather it be somewhere safe or somewhere where we will have more police activity? There was a clarification there?
Yeah, I was under the impression that we just made this the autonomous decision of logistics to be kept quiet until the actual move. So my point here yes, my point here is that we can decide between safe and loud, but you should not identify which location corresponds to each descriptor.
These were 2 examples. I apologize.
All right, just so long as we're clear.
I just want to know how the group feels. That's all. So safe. Okay. Loud. Yeah, it's equal and not everybody voted. And the other thing that we discussed was we need to get at least 3 police liaisons. I don't believe we have any right now. Is this correct? Does anybody know? We have no. Okay. So that needs to be addressed. And we also need a vision statement for when we do a declaration of intent for Wednesday night when we get here. Everybody okay with that?
Say that again, sorry.
We need a declaration of intent for Wednesday night for why we're here, so we can present to the police. Can I get a vote on that? For? Against? That looked good. Okay. And I believe that the education and outreach should be talking about that this evening at Helen's at 8 p.m.
Is that tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight.
It's tonight? Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay, hello family. My suggestion to our logistics is we still, as to my knowledge, do not have a police liaison. Last weekend I was called about some VCU students' parents that who wanted to know that information, and I was unable to give it to them. And then when I talked to Bill, who was our police liaison, he informed me he was no longer operating in that capacity. I think it still serves us in a good interest to have one. We need to have contact of all sorts as we move forward, and I think we should fill that spot of police liaison.
This is just something I was told, but did the GA not vote on like Monday or Tuesday to end all city contact?
I don't think that's good. Did we vote that?
That was my thought. That I don't think that's a good idea. But if that was a vote, then I think we need to be aware of that before we start appointing people to talk to the city.
Oh,
and if we can overturn that today, that's not a bad idea.
So yeah, I think if we're not talking to the mayor or anybody or anything, don't you think we kind of ostracize ourselves from that's a hurtful thing?
I think so too.
That's a hurtful thing.
I think what was decided was that we weren't going to ask for permits, not that we don't need a police liaison, because that seems relatively important.
Okay, can we?
Do we have video documentation of what was decided on Monday?
Yeah, is there any way we can clarify what was passed? Because we need to adhere to what the GA passed, but if we need to change that, we need to do it through the right channels. So, I guess we can find that out.
Maybe in the minutes.
Point of clarification.
We're not up to Monday.
Who was here at the Monday or Tuesday night GA that heard that?
I was here, but I didn't hear that.
I did. I mean, I remember them. Mic check. On Monday. I thought that we had said because of the police's prior actions
Because of the police's prior actions,
we're going to be working with either the police or the city.
we're going to be working with either the police or the city.
And then we voted.
And then we voted.
I mean, not that we can't change that.
Not that we can't change that,
But I mean, I think that's what happened.
but I think that's what happened.
Can you repeat what day that was?
On Monday,
On Monday. I'm looking at the minutes.
The minutes aren't up for Monday.
was it
The only day.
the meeting here at Monroe Park or was it the meeting at the Compass? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't remember hearing that.
Okay, we need to move on.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Go blue.
Okay. All right, well, while we're working on that, I'd like to move on to community concerns. It's been brought to my attention that we have a group of people that like to be heard. So we're going to open the floor for them and give them all the time until the sun goes down. Is everybody okay with that? Anybody opposed to that? All right, let's do it. Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
We would like to invite our friends whose voices have been marginalized in this space to join us in a collective block. Please listen. And you're welcome to come up here and join us.
You're welcome to come up here and join us.
We would prefer our allies to be up here with us. If you are not willing to hear what we say, then you won't have to hear us because we'll be gone. Please listen.